Look, the Guys
Chilling,
Podcast.
bro.
You know what time it is. Taria Costa, Akhtar Muhammad. Yo, today I want to talk about something that's like important that I don't think has really been addressed that much. I haven't really heard about it, but Todd, do you believe for a man to have a successful relationship, should he lead with love or should he lead with leverage? And
I know you got to explain what you mean by leverage for the people watching, but I know what you mean.
okay, so when I say I don't believe in love, right? Like I think love is a social construct that doesn't keep people in check and in line like biology and biological leverage does. Case in point, some would say a woman can fall in and out of love with somebody, um, like a with like with like a drop in the hat, right? Like a drop of a hat. I'm sorry. And also, I truly believe that love doesn't keep someone from stepping outside of the relationship. Like I believe a woman can love you, but still go outside of the relationship to seek um, to seek attention from other men. I think that a woman can love you and still leave you. I don't. But when a man has respect from his woman, I think she's less likely to step outside of that relationship and cheat on that man. I think leverage would be more so you satisfying a woman's hypergamy. All right. Leverage meaning that she knows that she's with the best man that she can get. Leverage meaning that she knows that if she leaves you, it'll be hard for her to replace you. Not only hard for her to replace you, that another woman that's better than her or potentially better than her can take her position at any given time. Leverage meaning that she knows that you're with her because you want to be, not because you have to be. I think that satisfies a woman's curiosity and drive to want to stay with a man that's valued by other women more so than her just having sympathy or loving you or caring about you because that shit comes and goes. What do you think?
I 100% agree. I mean, I've seen it. I've seen it
Todd, do you
far too
believe?
many times. Huh? What?
Do you believe in love?
I would like to, but
What you mean, bro?
it's I think honestly this goes back to another topic real quick. Men have a very naive sense of love when it compared to women, I think. Like we believe in love like for real, like we'll love you at your lowest
Mhm,
and we love you when it's not even beneficial to us to love you. Like
mhm.
I don't believe a woman loves a man. It's rare for a woman to love a man just well, no. Okay. Okay. No, it's not true. There's dual mating strategies, but because there are women who love bum ass niggas who do nothing for them, but they satisfy their hypergamy on basis of looks, status, sex. Those things are important too. And
Yeah,
so
that's
to a woman,
true, Todd.
see,
But
huh?
but but looks
But
and
for the most part,
but looks
go ahead.
biology based, right? Looks and sex, I would argue, is more biology based.
Yeah, it is
So that's leverage.
to a degree. Yeah, to a degree. Yeah, I feel like whenever a woman loves you, it's for a reason.
Hmm.
And that reason is something that you give her a benefit to her, something that you provide her, um, that she feels is valuable. That's what I would say. A woman's love for you is always tied to some sort of value that you have.
Okay.
I don't believe that a man's love for a woman is always tied to a value she has. Sometimes it's just an appreciation of a woman that's been there consistently. Sometimes it's just the fact of like she held it down when no one else was around. Sometimes it don't even be the most valuable, not the most valuable, but it don't even be based off of value per se. There are a lot of men who are with women who are dedicated to women who make their life objectively worse. Not saying that that's not the case for women too, but well, for a man, see, for a woman, I don't know. For a man, usually the benefit is sex. So I would say men will do anything for sex. That would be the benefit.
Mhm.
Like that's what I see. Like a man will do like he'll do whatever it takes to get consistent sex. And that's like to me like that's kind of the equivalent, I guess, for that for me. Honestly, I'm going off topic completely because I like I think about this shit and I try to give it the equivalence. But the anyway, leverage is more important. From what I've seen, bro, the people who have the most leverage are the ones who keep their girls the longest. I know girls who are with men who they argue with all the fucking time, but he pays the bills and takes care of shit, so she don't go nowhere. And I know men who treat women phenomenally, like phenomenally, and because he can't facilitate a lifestyle that she wants, or because they're stressed with bills or they're stressed with money, it causes her to go satisfy hypergamy elsewhere. Like a woman only is worried about love after she's taken care of. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? Like love doesn't mean nothing to a woman that's not taken care of, which is obvious and it makes sense. It should be that way. But um that's the reason why I could see, or not even just taken care of, because it's not just taken care of. It could be like you don't satisfy hypergamy as far as she doesn't think that you're like she might think she's above you as far as it could be status. It could be anything. She can't feel like she's better than you in no way. Like you said, you have to be hard to replace. I agree with it overall when I think about it. As far as I've seen, that's the way the world works. I want to believe in love, but it's no, it's not that way. I'm like the Tupac. I mean, where Tupac was all nice and he gave the girl flowers and then he switched right over to like bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. Like that's every man's fucking understanding of love.
Mhm.
So we
Yeah.
all learn as yeah, God.
No. I was listening to you. Yeah, man. I
No,
think I think young men have to understand women and men love differently, right? Like a man will love a woman just for her, just for her. This is why men. It's harder for men to leave relationships. This is why men like we love realistically. I say women love idealistically. Like a woman doesn't. I don't think a woman really loves you. Is she loves the idea of you or what you can provide. I think that women are more loyal to their emotions and how they feel their feelings more so than the actual man. Um, and men can't overlook that. This is why a lot of men they get caught blindsided when a woman leaves and she acts cold, like what you guys had in the past was never a thing. And guys tend to think that they're gonna keep a woman based upon what they did for her last week or last month. Yeah, none of that shit matters. What matters is she with the best man she can get? Once a woman feels like she can replace you and do better than you, bro, you want a fucking time clock. I mean, you wanna, you know,
no, you said it
forever.
right. You're on a time clock.
Yeah, but I'm saying like, yeah, like and a lot of men don't understand that. They get comfortable, they get complacent once they get a girlfriend, not understanding like you have to remain that same man that you were before you got her. The man that she saw in you when she was, when she wanted to be your woman. You got to remain that man. You can't tolerate disrespect. You have to show her too that you'll leave, you'll walk away, quick. Anytime, she tends to like disrespect you or tries to manipulate you, you have to let her know that that won't be tolerated. And a lot of guys don't understand that women tend to be more happy when they're with a man that they had to earn a relationship from, a man that they had to work to earn a commitment from. Women want to feel like they have to constantly earn their spot. Even if they don't admit it, that's the only thing that's going to keep them loyal and keep them faithful and keep them emotionally excited, right? Because women get bored quick. But once a woman gets bored and thinks like, whatever, I got this guy. I can, you know, um, not do what I'm supposed to do in a relationship, and he's still gonna give me. He's still gonna be there for me. They're gonna get bored, and then they're gonna think that you're a pushover, and they're gonna look to replace you if they can. And even if she can't replace you, then you'll start to see that she thinks that she can do better than you psychologically, and it'll show in her behavior and her actions.
That's very well said. I don't really have much to add to that. You said it perfectly.
So
Um,
yeah,
you said it perfectly. I agree with all of that. From my past relationships, from what I see in other men relationships, from what I've seen in relationships that have lasted a long time, that's what I've seen. The men who kept their women for a long period of time through thick and thin, through all of the shit, was the man who had everything down he was supposed to have on a masculine front first. He
Hmm.
was a provider, he was a protector. He took care of a lot of things that he was supposed to the point where her leaving him was difficult. I know girls right now who are with men that they're still with them because if they leave him, they got to figure out where they're gonna stay, or they got to figure out how they're gonna pay their bills and live a similar lifestyle. Unfortunately, I'm not saying that that's the way you want to have to do it, but that's what I've seen keeps them.
But
It's
here,
the
but even if a woman has her shit together financially, even if a woman can, financially support herself, it's not the same as a man being generous to her, right?
no, it's not. It's not the same as having a man of values. Like when I say of value, I mean men that other women want, like objectively.
Yeah,
There's nothing like for a woman. There's nothing like that's a flex for a woman. Having a man of value be committed to them, like
yeah,
that's a flex. That's what they want. They want the most valuable man to say that I want her.
yeah.
So yeah. So all in all, even if she can provide for herself and everything, it still don't hit the same when you get a man to do it for you.
She
Like
can't.
I get it.
She still wants a man that's better than her. She wants a man that can actually do more for her than she can actually do for herself. That's
Oh, and it's always yeah.
yeah, that's the flex. And how many men are willing to do that? This is why you have to be that irreplaceable guy. And how do you do that? By staying on top of your game, going to the gym, maximizing your earning potential, right? Learning how to become, more strong in your stance, having integrity, not flip flopping, being that true masculine man, right? Having a masculine frame, being able to articulate yourself, not yelling and screaming and arguing with her, but like communicating in a way that shows that you're calm, cool, and collected, and you're stoic. Those are things that a lot of men don't embody. So by you having those kind of traits, she's gonna want to stay with you long term, if that's what you want, and showing her that you have abundance and you have options. Even though you're with her, you have options. If she left, you can get another girl tomorrow.
You got a lot more. You get a lot more chances, and the ice is a lot thicker when you're a hard man to replace. I've seen men who are hard to replace get away with murder, and I've seen men who were good to their women who
Facts.
weren't that competitive as far as being a top tier male, and they get spoken to and dealt with a different way. Women care. I mean, there was a study that I read recently. Shit, I wish I could quote it exactly.
Mhm.
One of the three traits that women care least about is kindness when it comes to men. It was kindness. I think it was intelligence, and I believe it was loyalty. These are their three least desirable traits. Not like when they ordered it,
Intelligent.
and they didn't say like I don't desire these traits. I think they ordered it and what's more important, like looks, money, ability to provide a home. And so when they started of like listing it, just based off of what they prioritized, that just fell to the bottom. I don't think they openly said I don't care if he's loyal. I
Yeah,
just think that they listed these things more than these things.
got
And
you.
so at the bottom was kindness, loyalty, and intelligence. So take that with you will. Like take that how you want.
And,
But
and
that just goes to show you like being a good guy who's not able to do what they want on the hypergamy side will not get you the W you looking for, bro.
bro, and you see bad boys like the Chaz, the Tyrones, the bad boys, the handsome bad boys. Those guys got so much leverage they can get away with a lot of shit. And then actually, the girl will have the guy in her friend zone that's a nice guy that's willing to cater to her, talk nice, be sweet. Yeah,
Loyal, kind, probably emotionally intelligent, and all of the things you say you want. But those come after these things. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's after. Like, first you have to satisfy my hypergamy, then you have to be a morally upstanding, whatever guy. And those two are kind of contradictory because part of satisfying a woman hypergamy might be stoicism, but women want a man who is extra affectionate, which might contradict directly with stoicism. So it's like this is why this is that one it all shit that they kind of got going on.
But guess what though? If you had to choose one thing, you would choose prioritizing yourself and not caring. I would argue too, Todd. This sounds kind of fucked up, but I'm gonna say it. The less you care about your woman, I think the more engaged she's gonna be with you. But when you're doing the right thing, like as far as like when you're focusing on becoming the best man that you could be, by default, you're only gonna be able to showcase the best version of yourself, and that's what women are attracted to, right? If you want to be in the friend zone, be the nice guy, be the man that's nice and caring and listens to her talk about her problems, or you could be the other guy who doesn't give a fuck, who prioritizes his life and his mission, and by default, the girls are going to come after you. And that's another thing too, Todd. When the woman is showing that she wants you, you have leverage, and like I said,
I agree.
you have more room for error because you really don't care. Because the more you have of something, the less you care about it. So by default, the guy who's the Tyrone or Chad is going to have more options. So you can't put all your focus into one when you have a large amount. And then what's going to happen is the girls that you're not paying attention to tend to want to vie for your attention more. It's a fucked up cycle. But until you prove me wrong, like it's easy to point the finger and say, I don't like that was said, but does it work? So are you mad at people saying the obvious, or are you really mad at you not being able to disprove it?
Yeah, no, that's well said. Word. You can't,
Right?
yeah. Because it's like, and that's why you see me always teeter tottering on this shit. Because it's not that I know what I know, but I try to explain it in a way where it's like I try not to come off like I try to come off not like a dick with the information. But you said it perfectly. I've seen it so many times. Show me that y'all not like that. Like, you
So
know what I'm saying? Show me. The ones that do show me, I'm always surprised. Whenever
yeah.
I see a woman go against this, the things that I think that women tend to do, I am always surprised. And
Why is
I
it if women cared about love and romance, why are women such assholes to the nice sweet guy, the sweethearts? And they overlook those guys for the assholes. What is it about the assholes that you desire so much that you can't come to? Like, ladies, please tell us the truth. Tell us, because I know the answer. I already know. But
yeah, I think I know too.
like the asshole, the guy that avoids you, the guy that sleeps with you and dismisses you, you tend to want him more than the fucking guy that's begging for your attention. The man that could have been your husband 1,000 times. You don't care about that guy. And then you
Because
actually, and then what turns a good guy into a villain is when he gets the phone call after you went out and got dogged out by the Tyrone and Chad. He has to sit there and listen to all the stories that those guys put you through while he's telling you, he's showing you he's different, not just with his words, but with his actions. And you keep going out and keep coming back to him. Shit, I would be frustrated if I was the nice guy. I'd be like, damn, like what's going
I
on?
mean, yeah, I mean, a lot of men have villain origin stories where they have an example of a woman that they cared about or whatever doing them dirty, and that's the I get the whole "who hurt you" shit that people say because men have that. Every man who became a player, most men either had OGs in their life to give them the game ahead of time, so they didn't have to learn from heartbreak, or heartbreak. This is how you learn to become that kind of dude. Um, and I had something else to say to that.
I want to say this.
Um,
Yo, dealing with women becomes very easy when you deal with yourself first.
100%. I agree with that.
Yo, yo, bro,
I
like you get to be a little bit more honest. You get to not care as much. You get to take a little bit more chances because say like if you say what it is up front and a girl is not in agreement or she doesn't want to associate with that or what you want in terms of like a relationship, is okay, next. I walk away. You don't care. And I think women are more attracted to men who have no attachment. They're like, damn, I'm a beautiful girl. These other men are like thirsty and sweating me, but this guy doesn't care. And not only does he not care, I seen him out with another girl who's just as beautiful. What is it about him that these other girls go crazy for? Like, you're not going to get a girl to change her mind by begging her. You're going to get a girl to change her mind by showcasing who you are as a man.
yeah, I completely agree.
Emotion pulls people harder than logic in a lot of cases, bro. You can't like because on paper, like, how do you tell a girl logically, I'm the good choice, I'm the right choice for you? You should not like this asshole, even though he has muscles, he's strong, other women want him, he doesn't prioritize you. You should like me because I'm nice, I'm kind, I'm not as attractive, so I'm not as likely to cheat on you. That's logical because if you broke it down to a female logically, she would choose the guy who's the nice guy, the long-term security guy, from a logical standpoint. But she's not. She's going based upon what she desires through her emotions and her biology. So that's the true foundation. So you have to speak to a woman's biology. You have to speak to a woman's emotions. You never speak to a woman's logic. Always speak to her emotions.
Yeah, I agree. Let me say this is why I encourage men to be competitive. Honestly, nice guys would win more if they were more competitive.
Mm-hmm.
Like if a nice guys did what the assholes did, they would win. They just don't. See, the assholes know what to focus on. They focus on me, my muscles, my money, my life. If you as a nice guy was to say, yo, I'm gonna focus on my muscles, my money, my life, and still be a nice guy, a woman's natural hypergamy would pick you because you're everything he is and more. But nice guys think that because what they were told by women and society and Disney Channel and all of these things, that all I have to focus on is these things and not these things. If you want to be a nice guy, you can be a nice guy, but you have to earn being a nice guy for it to still work with women. You still have to have the muscles, you still have to have the money, you still have to have this, or else it doesn't work. You can't go focus on being a nice guy, but you're pudgy. You can't focus on being a nice guy, but you don't know how to speak to women, or you don't look them in the eye, or you're not confident. Like you can't focus on you.
Her, like you don't arouse her. You don't, yeah, bro. In order to arouse a woman, you can't play it safe. A lot of times too, guys want to play it too safe. In order to be arousable to females, you got to take chances. If
You
she
gotta be
doesn't,
bold.
yeah, if she doesn't want that, obviously you step off, you go in a different direction. But you have to be bold, and it takes confidence to be bold, right? It takes confidence to take chances. You're saying, even though I might fail, fuck it, I'm gonna still go shoot my shot. That's confidence, and women reward confidence a lot of times. That's one trait
Yeah.
you find irresistible is confidence. A confident man. How do you get confidence? Through repetition. How do you get confidence? Through self-understanding, self-knowledge of self and what you're capable of. Confidence is the world might not know it, but I know it because I put in work, because I grind it, right? So you know what I'm saying? You got to value yourself.
And that's what the top tier guys know. And once you have that information, that's what women are attracted to. You
Facts.
know what I'm saying? Then you can focus on being the nice guy. Then you can focus on the flowers. Then you can focus on that. But
But
until you get competitive,
I would say do all of that shit after it's established that there's a genuine biological sexual desire for you from her.
absolutely. But if you work on what you're supposed to work on, there will be.
Fucks them up is that not only does she desire you and she's head over heels like she wants to like rip your clothes off, but you on the back and she earned it. She earned it because of what she showed you. So now you're gonna give her good treatment, right? You're going to treat her well. Then you got her hooked.
Yes. Not, yeah. And that's another thing. Don't be super duper nice up front. And I don't mean be a dick. I mean that you don't know this woman and you shouldn't give all of yourself to anybody you don't know. That conveys desperation, and women can smell that a mile away. Any man that is pressing for a relationship, any man that is pressing to like, you got to be around this girl. You got to any sort of overzealousness or eagerness to like a woman can perceive that and see that and read that as he's desperate. He's not the man he portrays himself to be. And I don't need to be with a man who is desperately needs to be with me. A woman doesn't want to be the man that wants to desperately be with her. She wants to be with the man that can kind of take it or leave it.
No. She wants to be with a man that she desperately wants to be with.
Yeah, who can kind of take it or leave it, where it doesn't necessarily like she doesn't want to like. And I'm not saying don't act like you want your girl, but and that yo, honestly,
Facts.
that shit work. I'm not saying you're not supposed to not do it. I'm not saying you're supposed to act like you don't want to, but detachment works, bro. Focus on yourself. But honestly, let me give you a real game. Never get attached to anything you can't control. That should be what you should understand about your relationship with women. You cannot control whether they leave or stay, which is why your mindset should not be focused on making them happy so they stay. You shouldn't be focused on trying to do anything to make them stay, because no matter what you do, that does not matter. They can leave tomorrow. If you focus on yourself, you will never lose out on the investment of focusing on yourself. You know what I'm saying? You will never lose that. The thing is that with her, you can invest, and a year later, she walks away with everything you put into her.
Yeah, bro, you said it all right there.
That's why men get crazy. That's why men lose their mind, because you invested on something that up and walked away. Never invest in anything that you can't control or make sure it doesn't leave. That's why you invest in yourself and not other people.
Bro, bro, you said it all right there, bro. Like that's the conclusion right there. The God's Podcast. Capture
We out of here.
Aksai Muhammad, we out.